Good day, everyone. This is John Brewer with the Brewer Report, an analysis of the Lake Ida Delray Beach area in Palm Beach County in beautiful South Florida. Okay, everybody, this is my first report, and as we move forward, I'll be adding more items to make the report even better, I hope. Also, as we accumulate more data, it will become more relevant. I welcome your input on how I can improve the information I'm giving out here. This idea is based on one of my mentors in the industry, and that is Miss Barbara Corcoran of Shark Tank and Corcoran Realty, an amazing person. She started a report in Manhattan that got her noticed in the beginning of her career, and then she was published in the New York Times as an inventory expert. I'm doing this report to help inform sellers and buyers in one of the most, what I think is sought after and dynamic mature neighborhoods in the country. It's not gated, it's not on a golf course, but it's Lake Ida, and it's in Delray Beach, Florida. A little about me real quick. I grew up here, graduating Atlantic High School in 1983, and came back after 30 years to have a family here. This is after spending time in some pretty cool places, I think, like New York City, Los Angeles, and Las Vegas, but with the beach only a few minutes away, world-class dining and shopping on Atlantic Avenue, take a downtowner or golf cart ride, you got fishing, you got surfing, sometimes wish it was more often, tennis and golf, events at Old School Square, and other things. There's always something fun and or healthy, sometimes both. Depends. It's a great place to raise a family, to get connected with a lot of my high school friends. Is beyond anything I could have imagined. I love to go to Atlantic High School football games. I fish with two guys who I went to school around at the same time. We ran around the same circles. I married my high school sweetheart, but that's stuff for another day. Okay, back to the report. The idea behind the report is pretty basic, not like basic bro, but simple. I'll be taking a financial and chronological look at the current inventory in play and the quarter that just happened, Q3 2017 in this case. Then we will compare it to the previous quarter, and then we will compare it to last year's corresponding quarter. Got it? One quarter, the quarter before, then the quarter, and the last year quarter. Now, granted, Lake Ida is a small market, and you can bet there's going to be some anomalies, but as we get more and more data into these formulas, I'm pretty confident that it's going to set up and think it will prove to be a valuable tool for any buyer or seller that's looking to purchase or sell in the Lake Ida, local Lake Ida market. Certainly couldn't hurt. I had a lot of fun crunching these numbers and driving around and walking around to see the properties. This has been a couple of weeks coming. I've viewed almost every listing available on MLS, open houses, drive-bys, walk-ins, using key codes, whatever it took. I just went in there and looked at a bunch of houses. My goal is pretty simple. Like I said, I want to be the inventory expert in Lake Ida. So what do you say? Let's get started. Let me first quantify what I consider Lake Ida in my mind and for the research purposes. Lake Ida is from Lake Ida Drive to Mission Hills Boulevard, from Swinton Avenue, and west to I-95. So we get a little Lake Eden in there and the Boynton Beach area as well, which I love. For the purpose of this report, I'm leaving out Delray Lakes, which I consider its own separate development. It is a separate development. It's a fine development. We have many of our dear friends out there. Hi, Julia and Jeff Cadell, but it's not Lake Ida. I'm sorry, it's not Lake Ida. Anyway, all right, back to Lake Ida. Right now, inventory listed in the Lake Ida area totals just under $35 million. So there's $35 million, actually $34 million, $918,925 worth of inventory in play right now in Lake Ida. Last quarter, which is Q3 2017, goes from July, August to September. Pretty slow month, low activity usually. It makes sense, it's hot weather, vacations are in order for a lot of folks, and it's just not seasonal. That being said, there were just under $10 million in sales transacted last quarter. That's not bad. An overwhelming amount were in the 1 million plus category. That's just under 7 million of that 9.88 grand total were in fact over $1 million properties. The rest of the homes were between $1 million and $500,000. No homes were under $500,000, which I thought was interesting. That stock is starting to deplete itself. $500,000 has become basically what I consider lot value, in my opinion. Speaking of lots, a little background: the average of a lot in Lake Ida is around 12,000, 13,000 square feet. So if you have a lot, or actually there are no more empty lots, I believe. There's you may live in a dated or an obsolete house, which you can expect if you're sitting on 12,000. That's about a 500,000 lot value, very least right now. There's still developers out there. Delray's very busy. I see many homes about to hit the market. Brand spanking new homes, pimped out homes, Viking appliances, home design to the nines. I've got a house right back here that's actually probably about a couple months away. For Q3 2017, the average per livable square foot is priced at was priced at $274. Homes from $750,000 and higher were over $400 per square foot, which would lead me to believe a few of the homes in the $750,000 down range were fixer-uppers of some sort, folks coming in to add value by improving the property. The majority of the homes sold last quarter were 4 and 5 bedrooms. That matches well the $1 million plus price tag on homes this quarter. 4 bedrooms also led the days on market at over 100 days. So those were the long days. That's not a lot. 100 days on the average is pretty darn good. The sold 3 bedrooms homes, that the one 3-bedroom home that was on the market sold in 6 days. Wow, 6 days. Pretty quick. The median price of a home for the quarter was $1,114,000, and the average price was $1,186,000. So there seems to be a decent balance. That's a high number. Obviously, the price there, but consider the quarter saw a market where 70% of the homes were 1 million plus homes. Is this a trend? Is this going to continue? Well, we shall see. Now let's do a comparison of the last quarter, QE3 2017, and last year, this time QE 2016. So now finally let's take a look at the last quarter, Q2 2017, and compare that with this quarter. So Q2 saw more sales than Q3 in 2017, with the majority in Q2 coming from homes in the $500,000 to $750,000 range, as compared to the million plus range of the prior quarter. That's to be expected. I mean, the 3 last months are the toughest for real estate in this area. So we talked about the seasonality. There's some interesting stuff here. In Q2 2017, there were more than twice as many deals, but only a 22% increase in revenue. That tells us less volume, but more money. So I think that's interesting. Average home price in Q2 was $711,000, as compared to the almost 1.2 of last quarter. But what really struck me was in Q2, the majority of the homes were by far 3 bedrooms. 13, in fact, out of the 17 were 3 bedrooms. Now, let's compare that to the 1 sold last quarter. A lot of factors most likely contribute to this, especially the seasonality. So we've got some interesting stuff in play. Okay, so there it is. That's my first the Brewer Report. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. If you're still here, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe, like, or comment. This will be something I do on the quarter to keep folks informed about the Lake Ida area, and try to have a little fun here with social media. Maybe interview some people, whatever, just to try to keep it interesting. If you would like a written transcript or a copy of the spreadsheet that I'm developing right now, and will continue to develop, to help you find or sell your next home in Lake Ida, just drop me an email at Broker Brewer. That's BROKER 561, like the area code, Broker Brewer 561 at gmail.com. Or you could call me, 561-573-7333. I want to thank everybody for your time, and make it a great one.